Okay, Abby, your class asked me to give you an example of interpreting one of Hurston's passages. And so I'm going to do that for your class period 2. This is English 3 pre-AP. And what we're looking at is chapter 4 of Zora Neale Hurston's Their Eyes Were Watching God. And we're looking at passages, and we're determining who's speaking in the passage and what is Hurston's deeper significance. What's going on in that passage that shows us some of Hurston's stylistic and literary devices. If you remember, our embedded assessment talks about writing an essay, looking at those, analyzing those literary and style devices from the novel and how it relates to the theme. Okay, in this chapter, chapter 4, Janie, who was married to a gentleman named Logan Killicks, has decided to start her life over. Her grandmother asked her to marry Logan, and she did not want to, but she did out of honor for her. And now that the marriage isn't working out, she has deciding to start her life anew. So let's look at this passage that helps to convey this idea. The morning road air was like a new dress that made her feel an apron tied around her waist. She untied it and flung it on a low bush beside the road and walked on, picking flowers and making a bouquet. After that, she came to where Joe Starks was waiting for her with a hired rig. Okay, let's look at the first sentence. Do we see any stylistic or literary elements here? The morning road air was like a new dress. That lets us know that there is a simile here. She's using that language to compare the morning road to the fresh new start in her life. Okay? That made her feel an apron tied around her waist, an apron, that life she's lived with Logan, a life of servitude, of servicing him and taking care of him. So we have to look at word choice here. Another word for that might be diction, okay? But we also see the connotation associated with that word too, apron. A life of servitude, okay? She untied it and flung it. Boy, she didn't just throw that apron aside, she flung it. Oh, the power of words. Okay, once again, going along with that connotation or word choice to show us she is ready for her life to start new and she is frustrated. But when she tosses or flings that apron aside, we can also talk about the symbolism associated with that. And that is just a beginning discussion of what a small excerpt would be and the discussion of literary and stylistic devices.